Hello, my name is Doug Hoffer, and I am honored to serve as the Vermont State Auditor. I'm required to run for re-election every 2 years, which I've done successfully 7 times. We are a small office with only 16 positions, but we have a lot of responsibilities. Our primary job is performance auditing, where we are checking to see that state programs are achieving the goals intended by the legislature. We want to know if state government is doing a good job and is not wasting time or money. We don't work for the governor or the legislature. We work for you, the people of Vermont. Although we try to cooperate with the governor and the legislature, our work must follow very strict auditing standards. We need to have proof for what we find and what we recommend. There are no opinions in our audit reports. Some people ask, who audits your work? Which is a very good question. Every 3 years, a group of auditors from other states come to Vermont to review some of our audit reports to ensure that they meet the audit standards. You never want to fail this test, and we never have. Here are a couple of examples of audit topics. One performance audit was about the state's transportation agency, which paves our roads. I'm sure you've seen those workers on the roads. These projects are very expensive and take time. We found that a lot of these projects had long delays and that costs were often much higher than expected. Another performance audit looked at how the state watches over assisted living places. They're like nursing homes. These places are intended to give older Vermonters a safe place to live and extra care, and we rely on the state to make sure these places are safe and are properly staffed and managed. Here is what we learned. In more than half of the visits, inspectors found problems that were very dangerous for the people living there. Second, the state did not visit and check these places as often as was required by law. Third, when the state did find problems, it took too long to go back to make sure they had been corrected. All of our audits include recommendations about how the state can do a better job. A year later, we go back and find out if they have made the changes that we suggested. More often than not, they do, but we can't force them to make these changes. But if we do a good job, the audit should speak for itself. State agencies generally agree. As you'll hear in some of the other videos, a main goal for everyone who works in state government is to make Vermont a better place. Lots of people have ideas for how to do that. The job of the auditor is to make sure these ideas are actually working as everyone hoped. I look forward to seeing the ideas that our first kid governor and their cabinet bring forward. Together, we can make sure they work well for all Vermonters.